Sport is not only about competitions, it's a real drama where every moment can be decisive. Apart from the tension and excitement, there is a place in sports for special, sensitive moments that inspire and make us empathize. These are moments of triumph and defeat when the efforts of passion of athletes manifest themselves in their entirety. This is the joy of victory, the bitterness of defeat, the strength of the team spirit, and the support of the fans. In this collection, we have prepared the most touching and emotional moments from the world of sports, which reminds us that sport is not just a game, but a real story of the human spirit where every moment is full of feelings and sincerity. The father of this girl was in a military service for more than a year, but upon arrival home, he decided to give her such a pleasant and sensual surprise. The fan forgot about all the rules and decided to let his dream come true. Despite the guards, he runs with all his might to his idol, and he manages to achieve success. Now, this moment will definitely remain in their memories for the rest of their lives. During a badminton match, the athlete damaged his shoes, but his opponent's coach did not think long and lent him his sneakers. During the race, one of the skiers lost his stick, but the opponent picked it up and returned it to the owner. You need to have a good reaction to catch the ball from the stands, but after receiving his trophy, the man decided to share it with the little cheerleader next to him, which she was very happy about. Alex Ovechkin is a world-famous hockey player. One day, he invited his 10-year-old fan, Anne, who has Down syndrome, to a meeting. He introduced her to the whole team and spent the whole day with her, giving the girl unforgettable emotions for a lifetime. It's incredibly touching. What an amazing act on the part of athletes towards their fans. This girl was standing with a poster asking her idol to get his hockey stick. He actually read this inscription and gave the little fan the coveted item. At a tennis match, the athlete was scared of an insect, after which it was quickly moved to a safer space. It was probably one of the best days of his life. Such an incredibly emotional moment to meet a fan with the favorite idol of the millions in football, Ronaldo. Little Emma was allowed to score the first goal before the game of her favorite hockey team, and she looks very happy. During a charity match in Brazil, Neymar performed several passes with his fans. This incident occurred at the World Judo Championships in 2021. The athlete from Georgia helped his opponent get up from the tatami and leave the ball. This boy named Samuel suffers from cerebral palsy, but this does not prevent him from playing sports, in particular football, as he's a big fan of the Manchester United team. He even managed to get into the team's academy and met his football idols. This is a horrific accident during Formula One racing. One of the pilots immediately came to the aid of his competitor despite the competition. When the famous basketball player Zach Randolph approached his little fan and pointed to his jacket, the athlete could not refuse him and handed a gift to the kid. It is very noble of this cyclist to give all other participants prepared ice during the race on a hot day.
Oh, come here. With my shoulder as well, so you can have that.
Here it is, real solidarity on the part of other athletes, even though they are rivals. In any sport, there must be respect between the participants.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
At first, the guard intercepted a small fan who was running towards Messi, but then changed his mind and let the boy take a picture with his idol. The endurance and willpower of this girl can only be envied. Right before the finish line, one of the runners loses control of his body and cannot move normally. It is at this moment that another participant comes to the rescue and they finish the race together. This boy had already given up on his dream of getting an autograph from his favorite athlete, but miraculously he decided to turn around and noticed his fan.
Oh, here he is there. Oh, that's nice there. He's realised. Made his day now.
20-year-old, and he's made that young man's day.
Just look at the stunning reaction of the child when she received a pair of sneakers from her favorite idol. It is worth watching the competition for such joyful moments of euphoria. Such a sweet connection between athletes and their fans is sometimes amazing to the core. On World Cancer Day, professional hockey player Mitch Marner saw a sign saying "I beat cancer" held by a little boy. Without hesitation, he handed him his stick as a gift. For some dedicated fans, even a glance from their superstar is enough. The most touching and sweetest scene could not be imagined. A little fan ran right onto the field to the goalkeeper to hug and support him after the goal. Running a marathon is not an easy task, especially without proper preparation. During the 37th London Marathon, Matthew Rees helped his fellow competitor David Wyatt reach the finish line at the 42-kilometer mark. It was difficult for David to even move his legs due to fatigue, although there were only 300 meters left to the finish line. It was at this moment that Rees came to the rescue, sacrificing his result. If someone ever asks you what sporting nobility is, then you can safely show this video as an example. This Paralympian has vision problems, but with her victory in the competition, she proved for sure that nothing is impossible. This is the highest level of respect the players can have for their coach. 8-year-old Chloe Grime has been fighting cancer for a long time, but she was lucky enough to make a pitch to her favorite player, Brett Phillips, to whom she gave a homemade bracelet for good luck. This little boy's dream came true when he was invited to play with world-famous football players.
He shoots! Marshall to Davis. Marshall takes the ball again. What a lovely ball straight over the...
The athletes shared their victory with their fans, inviting them to take pictures with the cup. When running in hot weather, such help is simply invaluable. During the match, one of the players admitted during the goal that he scored with his hand and asked to cancel this point. The honesty of this guy is amazing. It's hard to believe, but this lady is actually 105 years old, and she has plenty of energy. One of the strongest football players celebrates his victory with his old father. This fan couldn't hold back her tears after her favorite football player came up to her to take a selfie. The fighter fell and burst into tears after his defeat, but his opponent, seeing this, picked up the guy and hugged him in solidarity. Several marathon runners agreed to come up to the finish line at the same time, so they all hugged and crossed the victory line together. He tried so hard to stop the ball that he slipped and flew down under the net.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
In this way, the athlete congratulated her opponent on her victory. This Cambodian runner was on the track for more than 6 minutes after the winner crossed the finish line. The girl refused to give up despite the heavy downpour, and even though she came last, she was definitely able to win the hearts of many viewers. This little boy ran onto the playing field after the final whistle, hoping to take a picture with the Brazilian national football team. The guards almost took the boy away when the football players noticed him and made his dream come true. This guy went through a huge tragedy, after which his beloved hockey player decided to support him by giving his sports jacket to a fan, as well as paying for his studies at the law faculty.
From the Garden of Dreams, it's a scholarship for law school. So you're going to graduate from college, you're going to go to law school, and you're going to have no debt coming out of school.
Thank you so much.
You deserve it, man.
Thank you so much.
When the opposing team scored the ball, but you're happy for yourself. After getting an autograph of a famous person, anything instantly increases in price. Right during the race, one of the participants broke his bike, but his opponent immediately shared his transport with him. Such self-sacrifice definitely deserves respect. After his defeat in 2022, the famous tennis player Roger Federer impressed the audience with a touching speech.
Friends, really, and it ended here, so it's been a perfect journey. I would do it all over again.
When you're too lazy to go for a replacement, then why not take advantage of the kindness of other participants? Mutual assistance and respect in sports are present even when you're on opposite sides of the barricades. The athlete who took third place in figure skating was mistakenly awarded a gold medal. The mistake was realized only after a while, causing loud laughter from the funniness of the situation. This man is the father of one of the dancing cheerleaders, so he decided to support his daughter in such a way. Even though one of them is a winner and the other is a loser, this can't affect their gratitude and feelings for the game. In such an unusual way, the tennis player expressed respect for his opponent. Now look at the respect with which this team thanks its coach after the game. Not everyone would decide to come to the aid of their fans like that. During a football match, one of the players of the Manchester United Football Club hit a cheerleader with the ball, but immediately quickly ran up to the girl to apologize and make sure that everything was okay with her. The girl made a surprise for her boyfriend, an athlete whom she had not seen for a long time, so she came to the game to support him. In 2019, at the World Athletics Championship in the men's 5,000 meter race, one of the athlete's body parts began to fail, so another runner looked at all his ambitions and decided to help this guy run to the finish line. You can look at this kid's sincere smile forever. Even in sorrow, you can always rely on the support of close friends.
Eva is, wow, tears of joy at the European indoors for her this year, tears of sadness here in the Far East. She never got the chance.
And that's the thing, when you don't get the chance to perform.
Such moments are always incredibly memorable for fans who receive things from their idols. When the boy received a pair of shoes from an athlete, no one expected that someone would try to steal them. But fortunately, this situation was resolved in time. This is a good exchange, changing a puck for a box of Tic Tac candies. When this shooter's bow broke, his opponent could have played on it and got extra points, but he decided to skip the move to even the scores. What a noble act. At a karate competition, the dog of one of the participants decided that the owner was in danger and needed to be protected. The footballer fell to his knees immediately after the goal, but there were heartbreaking reasons for this. Right before the match, he found out that his wife had lost their child. This sweet moment occurred at the weigh-in of the UFC fighters when one of the participants showed his opponent from Korea a heart sign, which is very popular in his country, using an original method.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead.
Weightlifter Matthias Steiner was able to win gold at the Beijing Olympics in 2008, and he dedicated this victory to his deceased wife. Tennis matches can last more than 11 hours in total, which is very exhausting for athletes. After a long competition, Joanna Konta and Donna Vekic decided to show respect to each other in this way and leave all sports differences on the court. The coach announced a special guest for Veterans Day to the girl, and turning around, one of the athletes saw her dad, whom she had not seen for a long time. This is definitely one of the most wonderful moments of the 2016 Rio Olympics. Despite the fact that these two girls fell during the race, they decided not to give up and still reached the finish line. You also need to be able to win with pride while not forgetting what it feels like to be a loser. After a long and successful career, David Beckham played his last game in Paris. The athlete could not hold back his tears, and it all ended with a very touching farewell. This is a very stressful moment. During the match at the stadium, the cat somehow got stuck on the canopy from above and was very close to the tragedy. But the fans quickly coordinated and were able to save the animal. It's not every day you have the opportunity to meet and hug Messi himself. This girl suffered a leg injury during a volleyball match, and after the game ended, the teams came over to hug and comfort their friend. The support of a little boy from athletes simply makes you admire and not lose faith in humanity. An entire tennis match was stopped when one of the players noticed a small bug on the court, and until it was taken to a safe place, the game did not continue. Even though badminton does not seem very difficult, it is actually one of the most exhausting sports. These two athletes just fell off their feet after the end of their match, but still, we have the strength to show respect to each other. This guy in a wheelchair was just enjoying the game of his favorite team when suddenly an athlete came up to him to say hello and sign a pair of shoes, especially for a fan. Jessica Andrade took a very creative approach to greeting her opponent before the fight. Not everyone can admit their mistake like that and stop the game for the sake of justice. The racer decided to share his jacket with a frozen fan at the competition. Someone took care of so many soft toys just to please the kids at the competition. The possibilities of the human body never cease to amaze. This athlete managed to break his own world record and jumped over the crossbar at 6.22 meters in height. One of the tennis players was injured right during the game, to which his opponent immediately reacted by coming up to support the guy.
What is it? Do you want to talk to me?
Well.
Yay! Oh, and then another surprise at 3 o'clock, we're gonna have a notary come in so we can make it official. And
Oh,
we can
wow.
go to court. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's everything for us to be, you officially be my dad.
Cool.
Aww.
In that case, 3 roses were needed for all the girls, but it was original. While the others just ran past, Neymar went up to his opponent and helped him up.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
The love and dedication of some fans are amazing to the core. These incredible emotions of the Liverpool team and their fans are the highest reward after the victory over Manchester City. The girl decided to celebrate her 21st birthday at a hockey match. Upon learning about this, one of the athletes gave her a game puck as a gift. At the children's hockey practice, one of the kids fell and could not get up for a long time until a friend came to the rescue. Incredible power and energy emanate from this video. A crowd of fans ran onto the football field to celebrate the victory of their favorite team. Cristiano Ronaldo not only gave a high five to his fans as a greeting, but also stopped for a photo to give them more time in the company of their idol. The 84-year-old Italian woman decided to take part in the marathon, and although she couldn't run like everyone else, she decided to cheer other runners with her heels. Later, the woman was even awarded a special medal for her athletic spirit. The triumph of victories and the bitterness of defeats are intertwined with gestures of support when rivals, fans, and teammates help each other, emphasizing unity and a mutual respect in sports.
Don't forget to share the most impressive moment of this episode in the comments below. See you soon.